Did you know that a lot of women are responsible for challenges they experience when it comes to vaginal discharge? In other words, they cause their own abnormal vaginal discharge. Did you know that? Well, definitely a video that you need to pay attention to. Let's get right into it. All right. Good to have you here. I'm Dr. Kelvin. I'm your wellness consultant, which means your health is indeed my topmost priority. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a very, very important subject. This is actually part 2 of our discussion on vaginal discharge. So if you have not checked out part 1 yet, just click the link over here and check it out, and then come back and let's have a conversation. From the previous video, we realized that vaginal discharge is normal, but due to certain things that a woman might do or other conditions that might be going on in the woman's body, the discharge could become abnormal. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 things that can disrupt your vaginal atmosphere and cause you to develop abnormal vaginal discharge. Number one reason why women develop abnormal vaginal discharge is actually douching. Now, the environment in the vagina is very, very sensitive to change. The pH is tightly regulated within the acidic range, and this is necessary because the vagina is actually open to the outside, so anything can actually go in there, in a manner of speaking. Right? But because of the acidic condition, most bacteria that go in there are killed off. But there are still bacteria in there. In fact, bacteria in the vagina actually produce the acid that kills off other bacteria. I don't understand why they do that to their fellow bacteria, but hey, that's a subject for another discussion. Now, when you douche, i.e. when you put things in there ostensibly to clean the vagina, you disrupt the atmosphere and you end up killing the good bacteria, and that results in bad bacteria taking over the spaces that have been left by the good bacteria, resulting in abnormal vaginal discharge. The most common infection in the vagina is actually not an infection, it's an infestation, and it's by a fungi called Candida. A lot of women have Candida as part of their normal flora, which means that Candida is not necessarily a bad thing. When the conditions are ripe for Candida to flourish, then you end up with the condition called candidiasis. That is a condition where the fungus Candida begins to overgrow, because the good bacteria that were controlling the atmosphere has been killed off, and so Candida has a free range to proliferate. And so stop douching, or if you really must douche, make sure that you are using products that have been recommended by your gynecologist. Very, very important. The second reason why women could end up developing abnormal vaginal discharge, still related to Candida or still related to the fungi, is poor drying of their undergarments. Now, fungi enjoy damp areas, and so if you have developed a habit where you wash your underwear and you hang it indoors where it does not get direct sunlight, or where it takes a long time to dry and sometimes does not even dry completely, the spores of the fungi remain in the undergarments, and when you wear it, you sort of infect yourself again. And so as the fungi population grows, you end up developing candidiasis or any other fungi that has colonized that space, Candida being the most common. And it's important to ensure that your undergarments are well dried before you rewear them. If you cannot guarantee that they are indeed well dried, it is best that you iron them. You iron them before you wear them. The third reason why some women could develop recurrent abnormal vaginal discharge is due to immunosuppressive conditions such as diabetes, pregnancy. Now, pregnancy is a very, very unique condition, obviously. When you are pregnant, your immune system is suppressed, and that suppression could result in you developing recurrent vaginal discharge. Other immunosuppressive conditions that could result in recurrent vaginal discharge include HIV infection, taking immune suppressive drugs for other disease conditions such as autoimmune diseases, could all result in you developing recurrent vaginal discharges. The fourth reason why women could end up with abnormal vaginal discharge or recurrent vaginal discharge is actually antibiotic use, especially when they have not been prescribed. Now, when you have an infection, it is important that you get tested appropriately so that the right antibiotic is prescribed to target the specific bacteria that we are trying to deal with. When you go and take other antibiotics, especially broad spectrum antibiotics, you could end up destroying the normal flora in your vagina, which would then result in other bacteria that are resistant to the antibiotic that you took to colonize the vagina, and then you end up developing abnormal vaginal discharge, which could be a source of great distress. Hope this installment has been worthwhile for you. If you have any questions, any feedback, do leave it in the comment section and I'll attend to it promptly. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and let's build this community together. Stay blessed. Peace.